You speak around 16,000 words a day. But the most dangerous ones aren't spoken to your boss, your spouse, or your kids. They are the silent words you whisper to yourself at 2 a.m., and they are literally rewiring your brain for failure.
And the terrifying part is that most people do not even realize they are doing it. It is just background noise.
Exactly. Background noise that is slowly poisoning the well.
Storytelling. Empathetic. I had a client here in Austin last week. High-level executive. Makes mid-six figures. She sat right where you are sitting, looked me in the eye and said, "I feel like a complete fraud every single morning I pull into my parking spot."
Wait, mid-six figures, and she still thinks she is a fraud.
Money does not silence the inner critic, Alex. If anything, it amplifies it. The stakes get higher. You think, now I have more to lose, and everyone is going to find out I do not belong here.
That is the undiscussed pain right there. People think success brings peace.
Success brings a magnifying glass. If your internal dialogue is built on "I am not enough," every achievement just feels like a lucky accident. You cannot enjoy it.
So why do we do this? Why is the brain so eager to tear us down?
Scientific. Explanatory. It is actually a biological survival mechanism. It is called the default mode network in neurology.
The default mode network.
Yes. When you are not actively focusing on a task, your brain does not just shut down. It defaults to scanning for threats. 10,000 years ago, that threat was a predator in the bushes. Today, the threat is social rejection, failure, or looking foolish.
So my brain is literally programmed to hate me.
No, it is programmed to protect you. But in the modern world, that protection looks like self-sabotage. It tells you, do not apply for that job. You will get rejected and feel pain. Do not speak up in the meeting. They will judge you. It prefers you safe, quiet, and miserable.
Safe, quiet, and miserable. That hits hard.
And that is exactly what happens when you leave that inner voice unchecked. It becomes your master.
I want to push back on this a little bit. Is not self-criticism what keeps us sharp? If I look in the mirror every morning and say, "I am perfect, I am enough," will I not just get lazy? Where is the hunger?
I am so glad you asked that. There is a massive difference between constructive analysis and destructive rumination. Saying, "I need to improve my presentation skills," is an observation. Saying, "I am a terrible speaker and everyone thinks I am stupid," is an identity attack.
Identity attack.
Yes, beating yourself up does not fuel long-term success. It fuels burnout. The people who perform at the highest levels, athletes, top CEOs, they do not hate themselves into getting better. They operate from a baseline of self-worth.
Seeking a solution. Urgent. So how do we break the loop? If this default mode network is running the show, how do I stop it?
You have to consciously reprogram it. And this brings us to the 21-day rule.
Right. Muniba Mazari talks about this. Talk to yourself like someone you love for 21 days. Why 21?
Neuroplasticity. While modern science shows habits can take varying times to fully form, 21 days is the scientifically recognized threshold to start structurally altering neural pathways. You are literally building new bridges in your brain.
But it feels fake, Jordan. Honestly, looking in the mirror and saying, "I am worthy," feels absurd.
Of course it feels fake. You have spent 20, 30 years telling yourself you are a failure. Your brain is going to reject the new data. It is going to say, "What are you doing? We do not speak like this."
It cringes.
Exactly. The cringe is the feeling of neuroplasticity happening. Discomfort is not a sign of failure. It is the biological sensation of your brain changing.
Wait, say that again. Discomfort is the biological sensation of the brain changing.
Yes, when you go to the gym and lift weights, your muscles burn. That pain is the muscle tearing and rebuilding stronger. But when our mind feels uncomfortable trying a new thought pattern, we stop. We assume it means we are doing it wrong.
That changes everything. So if I feel stupid doing affirmations, I am actually doing it right.
Absolute certainty. You are pushing against the resistance. For 21 days, you must force the positive narrative, even when every cell in your body calls you a liar. Because eventually, the conscious thought becomes the subconscious baseline.
Seeking actionable advice. So what is the practical step? Tomorrow morning, someone wakes up. What do they actually say to themselves?
Keep it grounded in reality to lessen the friction. Instead of, I am a billionaire genius, start with, I am capable of figuring things out. When the inner voice says, you are going to mess this up, you immediately interrupt it. Say out loud, cancel that. I am prepared and I will handle whatever happens.
Cancel that. I like that. It is like an override switch.
It is an override switch. You are the programmer of your own mind. Do not let a survival mechanism from 10,000 years ago dictate your future. 21 days. Be ruthlessly kind to yourself. Watch how your reality shifts.
Ruthlessly kind. That is the assignment. Try it for 21 days and let us know what happens.